Good evening. We present the news summary. Individuals venturing into high-tech farming are expected to benefit from a grant apart from loans with preferential interest rates. The Director General for the Division of Financial Services Development, Odile Vidot, elaborated on the announcement made by the Finance Minister in his 2024 budget address. This was during a press conference. Concerning the announcement on generation of renewable energy, the Director General for Domestic and International Tax Division, Selina Jumon, said the carry forward losses to up to 10 years is to encourage more investment in the sector.
Is a proposal to have high-tech farming be more prevalent and more encouraged under the Agricultural Development Fund Scheme. There's two proposals in that respect. Firstly, the proposal of a grant to be given to businesses looking to engage in high-tech farming practices. And the second is to ensure that any projects relating to high-tech are covered projects under that scheme. If they're covered projects, that means that they benefit from the preferential interest rates of that scheme. We're working with the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure that we appropriately define high-tech farming, to ensure that we have a very, very clear-cut definition of what does fall within high-tech and what is excluded from that. And we will be finalizing the proposal in that respect within the first quarter of next year.
So at the moment, the Business Tax Act already does include provision whereby any business incurring a loss at the end of the year, whereby basically their deductions are more than the taxable income, it can be carried forward for 5 years. So what is being announced now is that for businesses involved in the generation of renewable energy, they will have 5 years additional, so a total of 10 years of carry forward losses. Now, the reason for this is primarily we understand that businesses involved in the generation of renewable energy, there involves a lot of investment. And as a result, many businesses do not want to really take this avenue just by the mere fact of the high investment costs. So with this, we are hoping that it would encourage more businesses to come forward to invest in renewable energy. And as a whole, then the country can benefit in terms of our targets, whereby we have come up with certain targets whereby we have to meet in terms of renewable energy production. This would assist us in meeting those targets.
During its meeting yesterday, Cabinet approved the proposed legal framework for a new functional capacity assessment board that will replace the two existing medical boards under the Social Security Act and the Pension Fund Act. Vice President Ahmed Afif says the new board will determine to what extent the referred person is qualified for invalidity or disability benefits.
We do not see why there is a need to have two boards in a small country where the assessment is very similar. So you pool resources together and you assess very similar requests that have come in for disability or invalidity. So they're very similar. So the same people can assess both and harmonize the work and therefore become much more efficient.
Cabinet also approved the construction of an international mail and cargo processing center at the international airport. The center will enable faster processing of cargo through clearer processing flow and visibility aligned with international standards. The new setup will also eliminate the risk of loss and misplacement.
The government feels that we need to modernize what we have as a mail and courier center. At the moment, this is done through the airport in a very tiny area of about 20 square meters. And this is where the different courier operators receive their cargo, sort their cargo, process it before they take them to their head offices. It's a very tiny area, and it really deals only with cargo coming for Seychelles. We believe that by expanding that area and putting modern facilities, we could possibly encourage mail that comes not only for Seychelles, but is transiting for other countries and increase that volume. and therefore bring much more value to Seychelles. And Seychelles is already a fairly good connection hub for a lot of airlines, and perhaps this could be a way of maximizing that advantage that we have today.
And Cabinet has also approved a phased introduction of Seychelles trade remedies legislation, which will serve to protect the country from illegal dumping. The legal trade remedies framework will allow the country to take full advantage of available measures to protect national food security, reduce threats to budding industries and other overriding national interests in a way that is consistent with its international trade obligations.
Dumping is something that is practiced by many countries where they want to push products into another market, but by killing that domestic market first and then sending through their products, which will be a lot easier. I think anything that is produced in Seychelles locally, which you would like to protect, and so in agriculture, there could be in some small manufacture, craft, small manufacturing, alcohol, soft drinks, snacks. So these are all areas which are in production in Seychelles, and we think that where protection is needed, we have to do it the legal way, and which is to pass legislation.
The Road Safety Advisory Committee is organizing various activities on Mai, Pral and Ladig to sensitize the public on road safety. This will be during the Road Safety Week, scheduled to start on the 19th of November. There was an increase in road accidents last year as opposed to the past 5 years. Last year, there were 18 road traffic accidents and 7 fatal road accidents. Accidents have been recorded since the beginning of this year. And the Seychelles Institute of Technology, SIT, has opened its doors to the general public, parents, secondary school students and learners from other professional centers. Visitors had the opportunity to observe practical activities in both the workshops and around the campus. There were also sale of different wood and metal products such as barbecue grills, chairs, doors and stools. Certain partners of SIT, like PUC, were on campus with offers to recruit the future SIT graduates for employment. And this was the news summary. More news at 8 p.m.